How much will that experience help you out?
I think experience will help a lot. We have a lot of returners coming in. We only have 2 freshmen on the team. Most of our starters are returning, minus a couple of seniors that we lost last year. So I think the experience from last year's national tournament will definitely help, especially since last year's tournament was so competitive. This one will be similarly as competitive, so excited for that.
I think this year, as a team, you have more weapons to spread out offensively. Do you like that? Talk to me about that a little bit. Does it take the pressure off you in particular?
Right. Yes, it absolutely does. It helps to have multiple threats on the net and even in the back row at any point in time because it keeps teams guessing. They don't really know who the go-to player is at any point in time. It definitely takes pressure off of me being an outside hitter. You get a lot of sets, so it takes a lot of pressure off me. My shoulder hitting and stuff, getting tired. It helps having that many offensive threats, definitely.
Where are you guys going to stay now? Where do you play your games?
I believe it's going to be at Grand Valley State.
Oh, is that going to be at Grand Valley?
Right.
Oh, and you play there?
I think so, yes.
It'll be on their home court.
Right, since they're the #1 seed.
Okay, so you go and you play in their home court. You take that as a little bit of a challenge. You got to beat them anyway. You got to beat them somewhere. And
right.
You're relying on the kid to beat them.
Oh, definitely. It's always sweet to beat a team at home. On their own home court, and I think it helps a lot that we played a tournament there at the beginning of the season, so it'll be like finishing off the season where we started it, so it's going to be sweet. I know it's a really great school, it's a great environment, and they're a great team, so it's going to be really exciting.
You played them once already?
Yes, we did. We played them at the crossover. We did. We lost in 4.
How much of an advantage is that to have already played them?
I think it definitely gives us a good idea of what they're capable of. We also have watched them play a lot. They've been at similar tournaments as us. Like I said, we played at Grand Valley State at the beginning of the season, but we didn't play them, so we got to watch them play. Having played them before, this season we've shown that teams that we've played before and lost to, we turn around and beat them. It's happened to a couple of teams that we've played this year so far, so we're good at that, and so I think it's one of our advantages, so it's something that we can definitely do.
When you lost to them, did you say, if we only would have done this, so you have an idea of maybe what you have to do?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that us as a team playing our best could have definitely given Grand Valley a better look and a better competition. I think that weekend we didn't give them our best shot. So again, having seen them play before and having played them before gives us a good idea of what they're capable of. And if we can bring our A game to them at their home court this coming regionals, and change the way we played versus the time we played them last, we can give them a much better look, and we can probably beat them. I think we have the capability to do it.
3 games in 3 days, or whatever you're going to play, like that. Or is it tougher mentally or physically?
Oh man, that's a tough one because it's extremely tough, both mentally and physically. If you can get a game done in 3 in a tournament like that where you play back to back to back, the quicker you can get a game over with in 1, the better. Because if you go to 5 or 4 sets, your body's going to be worn down. I think for me personally, it's harder physically, but the mental aspect is definitely there and it's definitely strong. So, but.
I think that the juniors on the team have a lot of experience last year, and a lot of our sophomores, like the core players, have a lot of good experience, and I think that that'll help us. We know last year our freshmen didn't really know what to expect in the national tournament, and I think this year that we're all better prepared, and I think it'll do us well.
Is it more important to know the routine and what you have to do leading up to the game? Is that just as important as playing the game?
Yeah, I would say it's more important. What you do mentally to prepare for a game is how you either win or lose a game. If you don't do what you normally do, just mentally you're just not there, and it can totally throw your game out of place and stuff.
You're going to their gym to play. You got to beat them somewhere. It doesn't make any difference where you play. Do you like that fact you go into their gym and you've already played there once before this year? You go in and beat them on their floor. Does that give you a little extra incentive there?
Yeah, it definitely does. I like the fact that we've already played there. We kind of know the scene already, and I know that we're going to have some great fans in the stands, so beating someone on their home court in a regional game is going to be awesome. So,
when you lost to them the first time, did you say after the game, oh, if we only would have done boom, we probably could have won? So you know what you have to do, maybe?
Yeah. When we lost them in Aurora, it was a 4-set match, and they were really close sets. Yeah, if we would have just changed a little more things, tightened up our game, we would have had the game. So.
Is it tougher when you get to this spot, tougher mentally or tougher physically?
I would say mentally. It's only as tough as you think it is. You're only as tired as you think you're tired you are. So, yeah, mentally. If you're mentally there, you can go as far as you want to. So.
Second time I've heard that expression today. Anyway, talk to me about, you have 2 or 3 players that really can score, and they really can't key on one person. Talk to me about that, how maybe that helps the whole team, and maybe how that helps your game.
That's great. I'm never in a rotation where I feel stuck. You know, I don't know who to set the ball to. Having those core players, those really great offensive players, just makes my job even more easier. Always have someone to give the ball to. So.
Why will you guys win this in advance?
Preparing mentally and physically in practice, working hard, listening to coach, watching film, doing what we know how to do, and playing our game, Truman Volleyball, and sticking together.
Are you at your peak right now?
I would say after this last weekend, yeah, we are. So.
Tell everybody about the experience, what this is all about, right?
Oh, it's so much fun to be a part of this team, and I mean, we've all come out here and worked hard, and we're all so excited we get this chance to get to go to the tournament. You know, going into this weekend, we knew we had to win, or our season was going to be over, and we came out there and worked our hardest, and it's all for the experience. We want to go out there, we want to, you know, experience going to the tournament and what it feels like to play so hard together, and I mean, I'm so excited.
You going to go to their house and play them
right.
first round match. You have to play somewhere.
Right.
Does it really make any difference?
It doesn't.
Would that be sweeter to beat them at their place?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a lot sweeter. We're used to playing in someone's home crowd, and I think it gives us an extra drive to beat someone at their place. That especially at Lewis, you know, we had that huge crowd, I think like 450 people there, and it just made us work even harder to show like what Truman's all about, and it doesn't matter where we play, we're always going to give it our all.
You've already played them once this year, you lost. Did you, afterwards you go, you know, if we really would have done this, we might have won, so maybe you have an idea what we have to do?
I think at the time we weren't really finding who we were as a team, and I think the last couple weekends we were able to find who we are, and so we're not really concerned on what they're doing, it's what we're doing on our side of the court, and I think we've been working really hard this week and the last couple weeks to find that identity, and so, you know, it's those couple extra points are gonna work its way out, so at the end.
Postseason volleyball, is it tougher mentally or physically?
I'd definitely say mentally. Everybody's worked hard, so I think, you know, everybody's on the same level physically, and it's all going to be down to who has, you know, who can sustain the longest with their mind and be the smartest team and, you know, push harder through the end because, you know, you're not tired. Coach always tells us, you know, you're tired, but you can push harder and you can always do more. So it's all in the mental aspect, and I think that if we have our mental game, then we can sustain and outplay anybody.
Thing is just getting you you're
right.
there.
Right.
This is icing on the cake.
It is.
Play, right?
You know, like I said before, I am so excited, and to get this opportunity is a blessing. And we were nervous coming into this because we didn't know, it was kind of up in the air, and now that we're here, we have so much fight to keep going, because one game, one slip up, we're done. So I think we're all on the same page now, and we're ready to fight.
Not only happy to get in, it's like they were given a second chance, and they want to make the most of it.
Yeah, they really earned that NCAA trip this weekend at the conference tournament, and it was something, again, like we said before, we've really had a bad couple of weeks, and the girls have been working hard in practice. It just hasn't been paying off, and this weekend it started to pay off. So I know they're excited about it because they're seeing their hard work pay off, and we've got an opportunity to go up again, and that's the big thing we preach here, is we want to have those opportunities and then take advantage of those opportunities. So it's something exciting for the team.
Would you say this team then is maybe peaking at the right time?
Yeah, you hope so, and we're definitely playing our best ball right now, and so you hope that continues and we have a good next week of practice and that we're definitely peaking at the right time.
You've played Grand Valley State once. You've lost to them. You know about them. They know about you. What will you have to do differently this time around?
Well, I think one of the things we have to do that we didn't do last time is really execute on the offensive end. That's something that, they took advantage of opportunities and they were able to side out, or they were able to get the transition kill that we did not when we were given the opportunity. And so that's a big thing going into the next matchup, is that when they give us those opportunities, or when we earn those opportunities in transition or serve receive, we've got to capitalize and we've got to put the ball away.
And it's almost like you have to force your will on them.
Yeah, it's going to be a great battle. It's two big physical teams, and so it's whose will's going to win out. Is our side going to win out? Is their side going to win out? So it's going to be a fun volleyball match.
The experience that your players have, they have been there before. That's maybe just as important, because they know the routine.
It is. Last year, we only had a group of seniors that had been to the NCAA tournament. So now this year we have all of our classes have been in the NCAA tournament except for our 3 newcomers. And so that's a huge difference in experience in the NCAA tournament. And also, having played at Grand Valley earlier this year, we know the gym, we know the town, we know where to go eat, and so there's not really any surprises.
Where will you go eat?
Depends. We had a couple favorite spots up there, so we'll see if we can get into some of them and eat up.
I mean, I've been trying to get you a plug. Maybe they'll, Gino's. Maybe Gino's will give you 10% off.
You'll have to ask Megan. She's got them all written down.
You have nothing. I mean, everybody has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
This is icing on the cake. You made the tournament. You just have to go play.
Exactly. There are 64 teams that are still playing, and that's what you start in the August. That's your goal, is you want to be there at the end. You want to have the opportunity to be one of the last 64 teams playing and have a chance to win those 6 matches and play for a national championship.
So it's old hat, but it doesn't get old, does it?
No, it doesn't matter how many times you go to the NCAA tournament. It's something special. That was something I learned from my mentor coach. My first year coaching with him, he made it a big deal because the school we were at hadn't made the NCAA tournament. So we always made it a big deal when we made it, and that's something that stuck with me, and been fortunate enough to come here to Truman, and that's something that they take a lot of pride in, and something that obviously now being here that we take a lot of pride in, and so it is something that's very special. Anytime you get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament.
What the heck are you guys going to do on a bus for 9 hours, Coach?
Lots of movies.